It's closer.
Getting set up right now. Let me just pin you really quick. Alrighty.
It's closer.
Getting set up right now. Awesome. Alrighty, well, we can get started. Hello, everyone. My name is Katina. I'm Coveted Maine's Education and Community Manager, and I am so excited today because one of our lead educators, Angela Goff, owner of the Maine Atelier in Nolensville, Tennessee. We are so excited to have you, and just share a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how long you've been in the beauty industry, and then we'll jump right in.
Hey guys, thank you, Katina, so much for having me today. What an honor it is to be here. You know, I have always loved Coveted, Maine and have been with this brand since the very beginning. And what I love so much about Coveted, Maine is the innovation that you guys bring us. You always are so supportive to us as artists. Our guests obviously know you guys as a brand and always are wanting and asking for Coveted, Maine products and hair. But now you guys are so innovative that you guys are always bringing more things for us to try and do. Obviously, you know, extensions have been my life. For 26 years, I've done hair. For 26 years, I've done extensions. So I've never had great hair. I've always wanted this to be a focus of my career. And so, you know, I knew early on that I really wanted to focus on hair extensions. When I found Coveted, Maine, that's when my extension business really started sort of taking off. I met the founder years before, and she's just the most amazing person. And what I truly love about her is that she listens to us as artists. And something new that we've gotten to bring, and I've got to educate for you guys that y'all brought out, is the new Coveted tape. Tape-ins are something that I did years ago, but I love so much that you guys have changed the game with the Coveted tape. Tapes were always a sticky kind of, you know, weird feeling. It would make you have a lot of hair loss. This is not the case for this. The removal on this process is just truly, honestly, my favorite part, because tapes were something that I actually did love. I just hated the removal process and all the sticky ooey gooey that came with it. You don't get this with the Coveted tape. So I'm really excited to show you guys that today.
We're so excited for you to just walk us through like a quick face frame, because with our tape, people are used to seeing like those small sections where you have to install a whole bunch of pieces to achieve your goal. But with our tape, it's one long piece. I know Angela has it there with her, and she'll show you that you can customize to your client's head. And we've been doing our tape tour all across the US, just going to different cities, meeting stylists that work with tape, do editorial, or if you have clients that have never worked with extensions, hand-tied, genius wefts, this is a great place to start for them. So Angela has her mannequin head right there, and she's going to walk us through a quick demo of how you can do a face frame for your clients, because we know as women, those finer pieces are usually in the front, and we want to fill those in. And also you can marry these with hand-tied. It's amazing system to work with. It's something to integrate into what you already offer, and we'll dive into pricing a little later, but I'd love to give you the floor and walk us through what you have for us today.
Okay, so as you guys know, I'm a concealed girl. I love the Concealed by Coveted, Maine method. We're actually hosting a class this coming weekend with Concealed. I'm so excited here in Nashville. But what we all seem to kind of deal with as artists, extension artists, is, you know, and Concealed is really great for this as well. We always, you know, kind of teach to go up a little bit higher where the guest has a little more density. However, some clients even want more than we can even give them with just the Concealed. Or maybe they don't want a whole row of extensions. Maybe they're just struggling with just around their face. We can obviously do just pieces of the Concealed, you know, method and put that in. But here's a quick, easy way to start with this. And I'll tell you, this lasts about 6 weeks. I feel like it's about a 6 week, easy install that lasts about 6 weeks. So what I was having was guests coming in, just doing the sides. Even my long hair girls, they have a lot of hair in the back, but they're really struggling with the sides. So what this is it comes in, here is what the back side of this tape looks like. I've already cut these a little bit. So it's actually a longer piece but I've cut it for my face frames today. So what I love about this is that you guys don't have to glue anything. You don't have to do anything. So if you want to cut this hair, you literally just cut it. Cut it with my little small scissors. I'm going to show you just guys a small piece. You cut it. There's no shedding. There's none of that going on with that. So if somebody comes in, let's just say that they want it right up and through here. So I'm going to show you guys how I would do just a little install on this. So you can double this up if you wanted to. You can cut this and double this up. I would suggest when you're doing it around their face, maybe doing one piece. And then we've also got single-sided tape where you can do the single-sided tape on the back side of it just to make it not so thick around their face. Because let's just be honest, our hair is not super thick around our face. We want to match the density that they have going on. So if I were to bring someone in, I would bring them in. I would start a little higher. Obviously, you want to make sure the density is right wherever you decide to put it. Everyone's a little different. I tend to be one that likes to place hair a little bit higher. Now, I don't know that I would always use this color, but actually this isn't too bad of a color. So you want to drop it down about 1/4 of an inch before you place it and stick it on, just so that they will be able to flip it over and have that movement. You don't want to go right up into the part because that'll hurt and pull. So if you guys can see, I'm going to try to get close enough where you guys can see. I literally just took the back side of this off. Here's the sticky adhesive part. I'm going to lay this right here, press it in. As you guys can see, when you stick that to their hair, you'll see a little bit of hair that pops up and that sticks to it. Are you able to see that? So, yep. So what I do is I just lift this up, knowing that everything that's going to stick to that hair is right there.
Mm-hmm. That was so seamless. Like,
oh my gosh, it is so
good.
And look, I love this kit. If you guys get a kit, like I had to, the minute that it came out, I got me a good kit. I got to grab my single-sided tape. So this is when you grab the kit. It's amazing. It comes in this beautiful bag. So all of the things that you'll need for the tape kit is in this bag right here. It comes with, let me grab my, I'm so sorry. Let me grab my tape.
No, take your time. And like Angela was mentioning, our Coveted tape kit is amazing. It'll come with the tape roll that you'll need, single-sided and for double-sided, so you're able to go in there and remove that tape like butter and then reapply it so that your clients can continuously use that same weft of hair and just apply that tape and start over. And like we were saying, it's just like a great way for your clients to get started. It's a great way if you're new to extensions to play around with Coveted mane, because it is the same extension hair as our hand tied and as our Genius Weft. So you can color it, you can customize it. There's so much that you can do with this tape to give your clients the look that they need. And also, if you are an editorial stylist, it's like we keep saying, it's like butter for removal, and the installation process is so quick.
It is so quick. Sorry, I had it actually on the table right here. Okay, so it comes in packs like this. So when you get this, it'll come in. This is the single-sided tape. So this is what I'm going to do is put this on the back side. So it comes in little sheets, pre-cut already. If you guys are able to see that, little pieces. I'm literally just going to stick this right on here. Going from one end right here. I've got a little bit left here on the end. I'll take another piece. I can cut this single-sided tape to wherever I need it to be. So I'll take it back on this side right here. And there you go. So that literally is, I think it's probably a 10-minute service for your guest that comes in. And I always love this actually, because, sometimes clients just aren't sure if they want to do extensions or not, but they do struggle with those front pieces. This is a good way to kind of dip their toes into extensions, and they literally will fall in love with this. And so, to me, I love that they can just try this. I've actually had girls that have started this way and then turned into a full head of hand tied extensions, and they loved this tape and they wanted to continue doing the tape on the side. So it's beautiful. So then we have our little tool that we use right here from Coveted Maine. This comes in your kit as well. And this is really kind of the magic force behind all of this. I feel like it just kind of seals the deal. You press this in. What this is doing is it's pressing and adhering that tape together. And there you go. And then from there, you guys are able to go in and, you know, cut and blend, do all the things that you need to do. I'll raise this up just a little bit so you guys can see. It's much easier to work with a human head than a mannequin. I don't miss mannequin work at all.
We always say the mannequin is the worst client.
Oh yeah, they are. And if you can do it on a mannequin, you are a pro on an actual human. So then you can take it. Obviously, here's my mannequin hair right here. Here's her line right here of her hair. I'll just go in and blend it just like I would any other extension, you know, any other extension installation. So there you go. And there's quite a bit of hair on this. I really feel like that's why I kind of feel like doubling this up would be a little too heavy. But what I typically do, if I'm going to do a full head, I'll obviously double it up in the back where they're a little more dense, but around their face, it's just so versatile. That's what I love so much about the tapes is that you can put the whole entire piece on the back of the head. You can cut it into strips. What I tend to usually do if I'm going in the back of the head, I really love to do like a strip here and a strip here. That way, if they ever want to do like a center, like do braids on the side or whatever, if they have that center right there in the middle and you can never even see it. So it's perfect. So it is extremely versatile, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, it is probably, if I was going to do just face framing on her, I might add 10 minutes to my appointment time and that's it. So it's a great way to let your guests kind of try out extensions.
Amazing. And you mentioned that it's a quick, easy process. You did that in under 10 minutes. Talk to us how would you price this? Say if a client comes in, they're wanting a full installation of coveted tape. What does that look like for your timing, factoring in the labor of it? Can you walk us through that a little bit?
Of course. Obviously, you guys have to cover your cost for the hair. So whatever you guys do for the hair, I typically will do like the price of it times 2 or 2.5. That'll cover everything that you guys have as far as that goes. And then my timing on this, if I was going to do a full head, I would probably just add on an hour. So whatever your hourly rate is, times that hair cost is what I would choose. And so it's a pretty simple, when you kind of break down, I think pricing, I know Katina, you and I have this question a lot when we're having our classes is what is pricing and how do we do that? And I think it can get a little overwhelming. I mean, it's scary. Like what, you know, the girls down the street are charging less or they're charging more. How do I really do this? So really the way that you do it is you have to figure out what your price per hour is. Once you get to that number, whatever that is, your overhead, obviously figure in all the things that you have to figure in to run your business. But once you figure in your price per hour, I feel like that's where pricing becomes a little simpler. Until I learned to do that, I think Candace is Motley is the one that really helped me with pricing. So I had to I was getting a little overwhelmed with it, you know? And so for me, I had to go, okay, what is my price per hour? Let me break that down, kind of reverse engineer that, and then do that on the back end. You can add on your hair costs and all that. So it's quite simple. And that way, then you have the reinstallation as well. Now for this reinstallation, you have to make sure you're not just adding the install. I'll add on another $50 if I'm doing a full on retape. So just because you've got your supplies and all that, and it is a little bit of extra time when I retape it. So it's a little bit more when I have them come back in for the reinstall. But I mean, it's a pretty simple pricing structure for us as far as that goes. A lot like hand-tied hair is what it is. Again, you just have to figure out your hourly rate.
That's good to know. I think that's super helpful. Even if you're just adding it on to your hand-tied service, baking that out, whether it's 30 minutes or that full hour. And then if it's a full installation, hour by hour, I think that's super helpful for the collective because we have gotten a lot of questions on that.
Oh yeah, we do. I mean, it's a hard subject. First of all, it's hard to talk to your guest about it. I know that that's always tough, but I feel like if you can get comfortable with it yourself, I feel like it just kind of rolls off your tongue and it's easy for you to be able to explain to your guest as well.
Well, I'd love to talk about our certification a little bit. This is just one piece of what we offer in our online certification. It is self-guided. It's about 9 videos that'll walk you through a full installation of face framing and also how to remove the tape, reinstall it, all of those details that you need, like using that tape press to secure it. It's so in-depth, but you'll be able to do it at your own speed. And then we also, like we said, offer a certification for it. So once you finish the course, you'll receive that. And then also on top of that, we love to get $100 credit for your first order with us, just to get you your feet wet with Coveted tape. Because especially when it's something new, you want to try it, but there's a little hesitation with anything that's new. So definitely check that out. It's on our website, Coveted Tape Certification. We worked with an amazing artist named Tori Elise that she took it back to her salon, really dove into it, tried it on her clients. I think with any certification that we offer, we want to hear from the stylist first to make sure it works for you and that you're able to offer your clients an amazing service that will last that 6 weeks, that they'll be comfortable wearing it. So all of those tips and tricks that go into an installation, you'll see it in that certification. And then I'd love to talk through our Coveted Tape Tour. So Angela, you are our most recent host in Nashville. Just tell us about your experience and what does that look like for stylists?
Guys, I think what we realized in that tape tour is that we have a lot of artists who are really interested in trying new things. Hand tied has always been our life for a long time, and it still is. But when we had, I mean, we might have had 30 people that came to our class, and it to me like blew me away. I was like, man, for something that we always had before, kind of dipping our toes back into this, people were really interested in wanting to know more. I think time is something that we all obviously cherish and need more of. So to have something that is so easy to put in and time efficient is very helpful. I think a lot of times right now, our guests are trying to look for ways to, in their mind, save money. So this is something a way, they may not want to start off with hand tied hair just immediately. So I think starting them at the tape is something that they are really starting to love. In the very beginning, I was like, oh my gosh, it's tapes, it's tapes. We all know this, but this is such a different way of doing it. It blew my mind. So I'm in love with it. And we had such a great turnout. Everybody was so excited about it. We actually had quite a bit, really interested in this and wanting to get certified. So I was really excited to see that.
And we're so excited to just be able to come into different cities, meet new artists that aren't yet a part of the collective, or if they already are, just put a face to a name and really dive in. You'll see a demo of a full row installation, and Angela did a gorgeous install. I believe she was a redhead. It came out so beautifully, so easy, and she'll just walk it through like each of our artists different ways of installing the tape because there is no one right way. Like with our certification, it'll give you the baseline of what you should do with it. But for Covet and Main, we're always about you add your artistry into it. You know what your client needs, whether it's just the face frame, they're just wanting to start out with extensions, or they just need a little something extra if they're a little bit finer. So definitely, if you're interested in seeing it live and in person, join us for our last 2 tape tour dates. One is coming up this coming Monday in Chicago with Tim Wallace, and we are doing a giveaway. So definitely look out for those details at the end of this video. We'll save it in the comment section so you can take a look. We're offering to fly one of our Covet Collective members to Chicago to be a part of that experience. And then our last one is on the 21st in Atlanta with Larry Sims. So we're so excited to bring Covet Tape just as another tool to have in your arsenal for artists that are interested in learning about extensions. This is a great way to start there. We also have our Concealed by Coveted Main methodology for a full hand-tied, or as we call it, the Coveted Weft installation. And we'll be in Nashville again with Angela. We're so excited to come back, meet new artists, show them our way of installing such a beautiful installation that won't cause tension, will give your clients what they're looking for when they're putting their hair up. It's so exciting to offer different ways of doing things. Like I said, there is no one right way when it comes to your artistry. So we really want to dive into that and lean into that.
Beautifully said. I'm so excited.
So excited to see you soon. And for those that are interested in learning more about our methodologies and the programs that we offer, definitely stay tuned because we will have some promotions coming for Black Friday. We'll be sharing those out at the beginning of November, so definitely stay tuned there. If you have any questions, if you want to learn more about our education, feel free to reach out at education@covetedmaine.com. I'll be your point of contact there, but we have amazing educators like Angela who just love being able to pour into the community of hairstylists. So there's no question that is wrong. Definitely ask us. Feel free to dive in with Coveted Maine.
Please do.
Well, Angela, thank you so much. That was amazing to see, just to show how quick and easy that was.
I'm so excited and honored to be able to be here today. If you guys have any questions at all, you can always reach me on my Instagram, Angela Goff Styling. Message me, message Katina. They're so good about responding. I would love to show, anybody all this kind of stuff. It's amazing. We've had the girls in my salon are so excited about these tapes. They, like I said, we were all kind of like, oh, tapes. This is new, y'all. This is something that is not the sticky residue. It is a game changer. So I think it's been a really good turnout because people are excited about it. And it's really cool. So.
Oh, and before we go, if you don't mind, would you be able to show us how you remove the tapes?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do that for sure. That's the best part. Okay. So, this is what I love. This is so cool. These, first of all, it looks like the typical, like, what are these, like Velcro things that we push the hair up, but this has like a terry cloth fiber on it that catches any of the residue that we might get on their hair, which I don't really have to use much at all. So what I'll do is, it's the coolest thing ever. That's my favorite part. I was like, oh, that's cool. We get some more of those little things to hold here. Wait, that's different. That's different. It looks different. Okay, so what I do is I just put a tiny, tiny bit of the remover. So here's the remover in a pretty little bottle. You guys are always so good at branding everything. It's beautiful. And I think our clients always love that as well. Everything looks pretty.
Thank you.
So what I do is I just take the tip of my rat tail comb and I just kind of work it down in here. Can I get this where you guys can see a little bit better? Sorry, I'm coming to you from my house today. So, literally, guys, it comes right off. It doesn't pull at all. If you needed to ever put more, like I'm going to, more of the remover in here. I feel like when that remover hits it, it just literally slides right off. Like, look at it. It's so seamless. I'm barely pulling on this at all. It's so easily comes off. And then what we'll do is we'll pull this off with our little scraper. It literally comes right off. I'm gonna have to do this on a counter usually, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you. Because once you just start the end of this, it comes right off. Always need like a flat surface to do it.
You're fine. I put you on the spot.
Oh, no, you're good. This was, I think, at the show was that we were able to show this part right here. So this right here, once I put that adhesive on there, like here is the tape. Guys, it literally just came right off. So I will say, this is what I was telling the girls and guys at the tape tour in Nashville that we had. So there's the adhesive that was on there. That's obviously going to go away. We have double-sided tape that we're going to retape this with. But when a lot of questions came through, like, how do I custom color this? Because that's kind of, I think, what we do. We, as artists, we want to custom color everything. The first thing I would do if I was custom coloring this is I would immediately take it out of the package and remove that first, even though you haven't used it. Remove that, use that remover, take that off. Then you can custom color this, wash this, and then retape it. So a lot of times they're like, oh God, I can't color this because of that tape. Just pull that off. You've got in your kit, you've got all your double-sided, single-sided tape, everything that you need. And it just literally comes right off so that you can wash it. It is just like the coveted tape. That's what it is. It's beautiful. The coveted web. So, it's perfect. You custom color that, retape, and you're good to go. So there's that. And then here it is on the hair. I mean, literally I've got the little, the single-sided tape right here.
Wow.
I mean, it came right out. That's the thing for me. I mean, look, my brush is going right through it. You never ever had that before. You always had all of that gooey tape residue that you would have before. That is the difference in the concealed, the coveted tape wefts. It's beautiful. So that's it. No
And it just shows that a
damage.
little,
It's
that a
awesome.
little
There's,
goes a long way.
it's none. There's no hair. It's awesome. So that's what I have been blown away with was like, how are y'all going to reinvent the tapes? Come on. And you did it. So you did good. I'm really excited.
Exactly. We're in the problem solving business, right?
Problem solved. Problem
Mhm.
solved. All right. Well, there it is. No residue, no nothing. I mean, it's perfect, seamless. That's been my favorite part is the removal process. So yeah.
Again, thank you so much for jumping on and sharing
Of
how you
course.
implement face framing, how easy it is to remove it, and your clients are going to love it.
Thank you, Katina. I appreciate you guys.
Of course. Well, if there are any questions or if you need anything, want to learn more, as I said, about our certification, I'll say that email address one more time, education@covetedmaine.com. And if you want to reach out to Angela and ask her experience with having it in the salon, reach out to her at Angela Goff Styling, and she would be more than happy to help.
Sounds good.
Great. Well, I hope everyone has a great rest of their Monday. Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of our Covet session. And we will be sending the replay out throughout the week with a few highlights attached.
Yay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.